Today's gonna be a fun one. We're down here in the mining basement. It's going to be a 2-year update on a crypto mining rig. A crypto mining rig that cost $4,000 when it launched, nearly instantly sold out, and then was quickly being flipped for $8,000, $10,000. And if it launched today in this market, would be a $20,000 mining rig. Yet one of these crypto mining rigs just sold for $300 because people do not realize the passive income potential. They do not realize that this is a crypto hidden gem, but a mining rig version. And I know that sounds a little silly. That sounds a little FOMO-y. And I'm honestly kind of serious with it. So today we're going to be looking at the pros and cons and everything in between of my mining profitability and experience with the Walton Chain Kirin miner. But how about we review Tails, our CTO, Chief Treat Officer, first. We run 10 seconds Tails on every video because she owns the channel. My name's Vosk. I work here on the VoskCoin YouTube channel. And let's jump into another fun one. Bitcoin in the cryptocurrency sector is crazy, and honestly, there's a lot of scammers out there. If you're looking for the best place to buy an ASIC mining rig as well as get connected to the top co-location or simply miner hosting facilities throughout the world, then you're looking for Compass Mining. Compass is making it possible for everyone to mine Bitcoin, so learn more with the link in the video description below. First thing I want to do is talk about noise. You may hear some of these miners behind me, right? Those are gold shell box miners. That's the main noise you hear. There's a water pipe above me, so maybe you hear the plumbing. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut these off and then show you just how quiet the Kirin miner is. And by the way, how much power does it use? Less than 100 watt, which if you don't know, that's less than a gaming PC. So I just unplugged that power supply. Most of that noise is actually coming from that server grade power supply. You saw it just shut off right there. And now if this just plumbing ever stops, we can focus in and listen on this. This is the Kirin miner. It's a very quiet mining rig. It's a very small mining rig. It's a mining rig that's also not too hot, because the more electricity a crypto mining rig uses, the more heat it outputs. And now it's getting a little colder here. I'm all about the heat. Warm up the cold basement, right? And it saves me on the electric bill as opposed to kind of saturating my home with heat and having the air conditioning work harder. Depending on the season, obviously it's a benefit or a negative. But enough chit chat, let's run the numbers and really jump into the meat of this Kirin miner, basically 2-year update video. I think it's really interesting when you do a follow-up review, right? Because it's been 2 years. Forget some things. Walton Chain has faded into just absolute irrelevancy. It was kind of relevant previously and had a lot of hype and momentum, and you would see it here and there, but I don't see anyone talking about Walton Chain. As the cryptocurrency sphere evolves, we look at so many DeFi, decentralized finance projects, and the previous DeFi summer, and now they're trying to coin DeFi 2.0. Obviously, NFTs, non-fungible tokens, are all the rage and such a hot topic. Everyone is talking about them, focusing on them. You can't turn around without seeing 10 more NFT collections being dropped and minting and everything else. But one thing that just really gets no hyper interest lately is mining, right? Cryptocurrency mining has been under assault by some people with an agenda, basically saying NFTs are destroying the world because Ethereum's mined. Bitcoin mining is single-handedly warming up the oceans. And they don't realize like the incredible opportunity that mining creates to distribute coins, right? Proof of work, run the blockchain. Walton Chain is actually a proof of stake network, right? They have master nodes and other ways to earn coins in addition to these Kirin miners. Let's hear it from 2 years younger me. what the Corinne miner is, the specs, Silitech, the association with Walton Chain. I'm gonna get you up to speed on this miner, which is an FPGA miner, field programmable gate array, but not kind of the typical FPGA miner you may think of. Basically, this is an FPGA unit with ASIC chips, application-specific integrated circuit. They are made by Silitech. Silitech is basically a sub-company of Walton Chain, and if you're unfamiliar with Walton Chain, basically they were originally an ICO and an Ethereum ERC20 token. They have now launched their own blockchain, which these miners are mining on. So yeah, Walton Chain drops their own company, Silitech, with like these silicon chips and mining. We crack it open. Some people were speculating that, oh, you know, they're trying to play an unfair game, but a lot of people are going to. I almost fell off the chair. Wow, that was stressful. You know when you're stressed out and you get like one of those like stress like pain shots to the side of your head? It's been such a stressful week and everything. I crashed my car racing this weekend, so that is just like beyond frustrating and kind of depressing. Then I get the new beard trimmer, and I know some of you guys are laughing at me in the comments because, you know, where's my beard? Well, I put on setting 4, and on my old trimmer setting 4 left me a lot of beard. On my new trimmer setting 4 leaves me no beard. And then I got a haircut because I'm like, look, I need shorter hair because I got this long hair, and I got like, where's my beard? And it's just like, dude, you're having a breakdown. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going full Britney Spears out here, all right? Help me. So back to the subject, the focus here. People are saying that people are going to crack the Walton Chain miner and set up DIY, make their own and all that, but the money quickly wasn't there, right? So they made their own miners, their own batch, and it was sort of like somewhere between like the boys club, the insider club, and also just rewarding their like whale community. Basically, the initial batch 1 buy-ins, you had to have huge quantities of Walton Chain WTC, which was very expensive. And then Corinne Miner and Silitech took payment for these, and guess what? WTC Walton Chain coins. These WTC tokens, which were previously ERC20 tokens, they were on the Ethereum blockchain, right? And then they moved to their own native token. But the takeaway here, they sell these devices that cost them, say, fiat $30 to make. They take payment in their own token. What do you think they did? They dumped the crap out of their token. Their price didn't recover for about 2 years. You understand how long 2 years is in cryptocurrency? It feels like a decade. Most crypto investors, they weren't even here before the recent crypto bull run, which is crazy because when the last crypto bull run happened, like that's the other thing you could say. Well, most of us are new, right? I got into crypto into 2017. I was looking at it winter 2016, and you know the mining aspect was so enticing. It's like, get this hardware, this tangible stuff, and no matter what happens, I'll have this physical stuff. Hopefully I can break even, sell out, and wash my hands. I was scared, right? Buying these digital currencies to begin with, it's really terrifying. You're like, well, you know, well, what about FDIC insurance? Yeah, well, what about FDIC insurance? Wait till you learn about the, Jesus. I'm sitting on the back of my weightlifting bench right now, and it's about to just eject my ass off this. Throw me into this shelf. The miner's probably gonna follow me. I might die. It might be one of those like Final Destinations where I just have this really weird death, and now like people are gonna be afraid of shells. So the miner came out. Walton Chain was about $1.50 the first month I was mining. The first couple days I got it, was mining a crazy $120 a day. Originally, you could only solo mine with it. Corinne and Miner and Walton Chain, they made their own in-house mining pool, and they didn't open source the software. So they are a company and a project that's really specialized in extracting value from their community, right? So they make their own coin, they make their own miner for their own coin. Then they have people give them the coins back that they basically made for free, right? Because they're tokens. There's no cost to generate initially before the miners came out. Like, and what I mean by that, to slow it down and explain, there's a cost to produce a Bitcoin. There's a certain amount of electricity that has to be burned through proof of work and mining to be like, okay, well, we have generated this one Bitcoin.
Hey guys, it's Ms. Vosk, and I'm here today to talk to you about Infomatics. Infomatics is a crowdsourced data gathering and distribution platform for conventional and alternative assets. The platform links experts to requests, allowing them to monetize their expertise and provide information to requesters. Infomatics' goal is to put information in the hands of the people and fuel the creation of the world's most comprehensive financial knowledge base. Info, the token that powers Infomatics, has its IDO, or initial DEX or decentralized exchange offering, launching soon. Check out the link in the video description below to learn more.
So basically, Walton Chain's like, hey, here's our token that we made. You can give us that, we'll give you this. Then they dump that, and then they make their own mining pool, and there's no opportunities for other people outside, especially initially, to make their own Corinne mining pool. They charge a fat fee. I think it's 3%, and I think it was 3% then. And with that, they're making money with the pool. They're making money with the hardware. They make money up front with the token and everything like that. And any way you look at it, they're killing it, right? A lot of profitability there. They have their overarching mission with Walton Chain and all that stuff, but my point is really just to kind of recap the practices here that led us here. And then the initial batch, they don't want too many miners made and flooding, and then people have a breakdown, and the coin price absolutely plummets, and then mining profitability plummets as well. When it comes to this miner, like if you didn't sell basically constantly in the beginning when it was really profitable, then you would have had a really hard time breaking even. So let's talk about that, right? So I made like 0.17 Bitcoin. Let's say like 0.2, like easy math. Pretty easy math. For the initial like month. And back then that was like $2,000 I think, or something like that. Let's ask old me. How much did I make old me? Or excuse me, young me. And when I received this was about $500 at current value. Right now it's $466, which again puts me out to about $2,000 a month. You take that at today's Bitcoin price, that's like 12 grand. Really, in retrospect, the safe play, which we talked about it then, it was kind of the known safe play then too, is you mine whatever you want and you dump it all into Bitcoin, you hold the Bitcoin, and eventually you're gonna have a really good time. For example, like if you're into crypto right now. But yeah, so $120 a day initially, and then like $2,000 a month, and then it was like $60 a day or something, all with a device you could put anywhere. It has a built-in power supply. It's in the case. So you plug it into the wall, it runs on 110, 20 volt, 240 volt, whatever. It's a quality power supply in the fact that you can set it up anywhere. Very easy to deploy. Yes, very cheap to run. That's like $1 a day in electricity. It's nothing, especially in the long game. And basically, I mined, and I didn't want to be one of those miner dumpers, right? So I held the coins, and I watched them just completely just decay in value. Welcome to a crypto bear market. So I never realized a lot of those potential gains. I did sell my Walton Chain coins sooner or later, but the fact of the matter is that in retrospect, the best time would have just been to sell as you go initially, and then when the coin really kind of plummeted, then to hold them. I was trying to do what I considered the right thing. Probably the most profitable thing was to mine and dump and figure it out later. But on the flip side, you never know. The miners could have really gained a lot of interest, a lot of hype, and then maybe Walton Chain could have increased the price for that. And you would feel really dumb if you're dumping the coin for $1.50 and then it goes to $10 and you could have 10x'd on your holdings and made like crazy profitability. But you could also define something like that as greed. And you have to balance your goals here. Are you invested in the project, or do you just get a miner to make money? Because there's basically two sides of the coin, right? So you can be over here and you're like, I want to get a miner, I want to support their network, I want to turn my electricity into coins, I want to stack these up, I don't want KYC intermediaries, and I'll just, stack these coins up and everything, let them sit here. I'm a long-term holder. Maybe you roll them into a master node or something else and then start earning even more coins, more money with your money. You're super long-term, and then you waited 2 years and Walton Chain pumped over $2, and you're like, okay, cool, this is great. From the all-time low, it's like a 10x. You could do that. Or you could just be like, hey, look, I spent $4,000 on this, and I'm going to try to get a lot more than $4,000 out of it. And you're mining and you're selling for USD, dirty dollars, fiat money. The other way you can kind of do that same strategy is the same thing, but you're like, oh, I spent 0.1 Bitcoin, and I want to get more than 0.1 Bitcoin out of it. So there's a lot of fun, a lot of gamification you can really do with mining and the whole strategy behind it. But enough of kind of my thoughts and everything like that, I guess, right? So like, what's going on with the miner? Overall, it's pretty much worked fine. There's been a couple times where it's gone offline, and really all I ever needed to do was just turn it off and turn it back on again. Actually, there's a little switch in the back. Couldn't be easier to do that.
Hello, IT. Have you tried turning it off and on again?
They had a migration when they were an ERC20 token to their own native chain. That was annoying. You had to switch wallets. A lot of cryptocurrency exchanges did not support that. They changed their mining pool settings where like you didn't have to have an account, then you had to have an account, and then you had to update your account, and you had to have the right address, and then they made it so you had to have 2FA, two-factor authentication. So there were definitely some annoying steps and periods. And if you're not paying attention, you could either lose all the coins you mined, right? So when they changed the coins they were paying out, if you weren't paying attention, and the communication for this has been low because there's not a lot of actual Corinne miners out there. You know, it's easy to miss things when you're doing a bunch of other things. Like, okay, like, yeah, I've got this miner. How can you not pay attention to it, boss? Well, like, bro, I got like 50 other miners just in this house. Okay, so like, yeah, like there's a lot to pay attention to. And when you mine a bunch of different cryptocurrencies, you kind of just get exhausted over time. It's really fun and enticing in the beginning. And then, 4 years later, you start dumping a lot of coins and you're just like, look, I'm stacking BTC, I'm stacking ETH, or I'm stacking this, prospective coin that I think is going to do really well. But you end up spread too thin, and it becomes stressful and less fun. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, I invite you to create your own, but I would say that on average, most people agree with me eventually. So that's kind of the update on what it's been like. It went down like 2 months ago, and I didn't notice it for a couple weeks, so I lost out on those mining profits. I factored that into the projection. Basically, I just took out that bad month, and then we have the last 30 days, and then we skip 30 days, and then we've got 30 more days and 30 more days, which I guess would just be simply 60 days. I'm going to talk about it in basically monthly segmented, right? And I've got my handy dandy calculator notes here. Basically, over the last 30 days, it's mined about 58 WTCs, Walton chains, Walton coins. And so that's about $60. And then skipping that month and looking at the month after that, we mined about 53 Walton chains, rounded, it's about $50. Then 4 months ago, a noticeably higher amount, about 74 coins worth about, $70 at current WTC prices. So this device is mining about, let's just say, $60 a month on average. $60 a month is nothing crazy. $60 a month is nothing even close to $2,000 a month. But this is an easy to use miner once you kind of work through the initial setup and getting everything situated. It runs, it sits here. You see it's dusty. I haven't cracked it open since the initial review. It works. I'm leaving it alone. I got plenty of things to do. It makes me another $60 a month. Depends how you want to look at it. It's $60 in cryptocurrencies I can hold. I hope they go up. $60 in crypto I can trade into other coins and hope that goes up. $60 worth of crypto I could dump into just actual dollars. And hey, look, I get a free lunch every Wednesday with this guy. And, that's nice.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Miss Vosk. Did you hear Twitter recently released a new feature for users to tip their favorite content creators using Bitcoin? That's great news for the cryptocurrency space, but tipping in Bitcoin can be tricky when it just hit its all-time high price. Meet Clouch. Clouch is a social network based on Web3 authentication. It uses cryptocurrency wallets to connect users. Think of it like a LinkedIn or a Twitter for crypto beginners and enthusiasts. Facebook has tried doing this with Libra, and Telegram has tried with TON, but Clouch is not built by a corporation. It's built by crypto enthusiasts. The Clouch platform is powered by the CLX ERC20 token. Users can send and receive these tokens to anyone. The price is projected to be about 1 cent on Uniswap. Clouch's goal is to build a successful and rewarding social platform for us crypto enthusiasts to collaborate and network. To create an account, simply log in with MetaMask, Wallet Connect, or Coinbase and link your profile. It will automatically link you to one of the accounts that has been pre-created for all the existing addresses. I created one and I got assigned as Fanny Clocko. Don't worry, you can change your name when you sign up. I immediately posted a picture of Tails, of course. One thing I did notice is that all the photos post in black and white. I wish they were posted in color. Clouch is smart and will find groups where you can engage with other users, similar interests based on your wallets and tokens. You can also trace the behavior of your tokens and pools in Uniswap to compare with your connections. Clouch is giving away free tokens for users to test their platform for a limited time only. You can register for free using our invite link in the video description below, and make sure to follow the Miss Vosk and Bosscoin accounts.
Chasing financial freedom, earning passive income especially with cryptocurrency, my goal is simple. How can I increase the money I make? How can I make more money when I'm sleeping and things like that? This thing is plus 60 bucks a month. That's well over what, like $720 a year. That's more money than I make without it. We found one of these that's sold just in the last couple weeks on eBay for about $300. Do you understand that the break even? Okay, like, so ignore the fact that this doesn't really make a ton of money. This thing would break even at the price it's sold if it functioned properly, which my understanding looking at the listing, it should have. Because if it's, you assume something works unless it's stated otherwise. So this miner would break even in less than half a year. And as far as my metrics for breaking even with mining rigs, if I can break even in less than half a year, I'm all about it. So would I spend $300 on this, or like say like a helium miner, which we've talked so much about? I would absolutely buy a helium miner first, but instead of buying a second helium miner, if I saw one of these go up, I would buy that. This is a rare miner. If you're in the community and you have one and you want to sell it, I invite you to head over to VosCoin Talk, our forum, and make a listing. To be honest, I'm curious to hear how much you'd sell it for, among possibly many of the other viewers on this video. Or if you know someone who's got these, ping them. We want to talk to them. We want to see them on the forum. Basically, I'd love to kind of make a little bit of a secondhand market for these, because 2 years later, this is a good miner overall. Like, obviously it's so heavily tied because it mines one coin on one project, right? And the risk associated with that. But 2 years later, this thing's been kicking the whole time. It barely uses any electricity. It's profitable. It makes more money than it mines. I mine it right into a cryptocurrency exchange. I don't log into the mining pool or anything like that. My coins just show up like clockwork every couple of days, and I do whatever I want with them. In retrospect, I haven't crunched all of the numbers, but I'm sure that I've broken even. I actually was given an opportunity to review this miner from Walton Chain, which was really cool and exciting. Obviously, by how I feel in this video, I'm no Walton Chain shill or anything like that. I'm not a bag holder, and I definitely sell my coins into other coins that I think, I want to have or whatever else. Not trying to show a specific project or whatever. Things we talk about all the time that I just think are exciting. Basically, the newer blockchains, the faster blockchains like Binance Smart Chain, Solana, Phantom, that revolve all around DeFi and especially NFTs right now. That's the hot stuff. That's where everybody wants to be. That's where so many money-making opportunities are. But that's like the aggressive side of the strategy. I love a conservative side of the strategy with mining rigs. That's really my update here. It looks like there's, kind of no market for these. Not a lot of them were produced. And so as far as I'm concerned, I'm just going to let it sit there and keep doing its thing. And honestly, I'm getting a little hungry. I might dump some coins. It's burrito day for your boy. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just kind of a fun, casual update. A lot of people ask, like, whatever happened to that miner? And I wonder too. It's good for me to kind of take stock of kind of like how this began, how it is a couple years later, and everything like that. But again, overall, it's been an interesting experience to say the least. It's not like, oh wow, boss, like, dude, you got that miner and you got crazy rich. But it's without a doubt one of the more interesting miners that we have ever reviewed. I hope that you found this video interesting. If you did, please make sure to smash the subscribe button. Watch out, pay attention. We have some crazy giveaways coming soon, as well as a new sub channel we're launching. Imagine VosCoin, but without the fluff, short videos, very concise. I'm really excited. I hope that you guys love it. We're chasing 500,000 subscribers, which is crazy. So when we hopefully hit that soon, we're going to do a lot of celebratory stuff. As always, it's an incredible time to just be alive, have this beautiful pup Tails. Miss Vosk is awesome. She just came on full time, which is super cool, and helping us do more stuff and do better stuff. And I just hope that you can find something to be appreciative for today. I've been really frustrated and down about some things and a bit burnt out recently, but I try to remind myself to be thankful for the things that, well, I should be thankful for. And kind of on that note, I honestly, this isn't, some YouTube BS, whatever. I really appreciate you guys to take the time to tune in, watch our videos, especially watch them all the way through, interact with me in the community, dropping comments. I know the spam comments are exhausting. We're doing what we can, but YouTube just doesn't give us the proper tools to deal with it. So again, I appreciate you. I will see you on the next video. Please be advised, there are scammers impersonating us on multiple platforms. I don't want your money. I just want you to smash that subscribe button. Everything in this video is for entertainment purposes only. That means it's not financial advice.
When you let me back Bye.